everyone, and welcome back to the panel. This is our 4th taping, and we're super excited. For those of you who don't know, the panel is basically a community discussion about Black love. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get millennials talking about Black love, talking about relationships, relationship questions, specifically questions coming from females that they want males to answer, but also questions that us as females can chime in on and that we can give our opinion as well. This show is uncensored and it's uncut, so whatever goes, it goes. So if you get offended easily, don't watch it, because we're not going to censor what we want to say. The point of the show, we want to encourage love. We want to encourage especially love between people of color. There's such a negative stigma with people of color and love, and I think that as millennials, if we don't start talking about it, it's just going to pass us by. Generation after generation is going to keep going, and this area, we're going to continue to suffer in it. So today, our panel is a little different. Typically, our panel is all guys, and we'll have 1 or 2 girls. But this time, we wanted to switch it up. We got our main man here, and then we have 2 ladies that's going to be giving their opinion. So before we start with the topic, I want to have them have the opportunity to introduce themselves so that we get to know them a little bit, because we're really excited to have them here. So I'm going to start with this man here. I want your name, what you do, and your relationship status.
My name is Lamont Shannon, former teacher, former educator, member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and now enjoying retirement.
Okay. And relationship status?
Single.
Okay. And about how old are you?
65.
There we go. Alright, and we're going to move on to our first lovely lady. Can I have your name, what you do, and relationship status?
My name is Desiree Frierson. I am 27, currently single, and I work in sport performance psychology, so I have my own private practice. And I'm in the process of starting my own line, and the name of that is Cleaves.
It's called Cleaves? Cleave.
Yes.
And it's, say it again, what is it?
It's just active apparel.
Active apparel. Nice. Okay, well thank you. Welcome to the panel. And right here on the end, can I have your name, what you do, and your relationship status?
Sure.
And talk as loudly as you can. We gotta use these acoustics.
Sure. I'm Kat Morrison. I am a budding entrepreneur, medicine woman. We own a spot down on Downing Street here in Denver. It's called May's House, powered by 7. It's an event space / sanctuary. It's a space for women to get together and just kind of be themselves, liberate themselves, enjoy peace. You know, I feel like there's not enough spaces where we can just kind of decompress and just, you know, be girls, you know. And then also during the day, we host our sacred smoke sanctuary, so people, men and women are able to come and just smoke and chill and enjoy Colorado, like what that has to offer. So yeah, you can check out our website, mazehouse.com, MAZEHAUS. Come check us out.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
And where is it? Downing and what?
Downing and 37th Street.
Downing and 37th. That is May's house.
Yes.
Okay. And then relationship status?
Engaged.
Engaged. Okay. Okay. So that's some couple things going on, couple dynamics. But just so people know, my name is Lavon. I am also a millennial as well, and I am single currently. So I want to be fair, make sure everybody says their relationship status. So we are going to go ahead and hop into the panel discussion today. So I had a couple of emails come in on different questions that ladies are wanting to know. So I'm going to go with kind of the more wild ones. I just think it'd be fun with this panel. So one lady emailed me, or I guess a millennial emailed me, and she was super frustrated just because of her dating life and things she'd been through. And so she just flat out asked me, why the hoe over the housewife? Why? And I was just like, I didn't really have an answer for her. I was like, you know what? I really don't know why they picked the host over the housewife. Like, I really don't. But that'd be a great panel discussion to find out why, you know, from a girl's perspective, maybe from a guy's perspective, like, what is it, or that guys may choose, or whoever may choose an individual over another individual. So that's going to be our topic. And so I'm going to start with our main man. And I know he'll tell you the truth, and I know he'll be honest. So, Lamont, why do you think, and when I say hoe over housewife, I don't mean like cheating. That's not what I'm talking about. She was just saying in general, like, why do you guys choose that type of girl over another type of girl? We're not here to stereotype stereotype or anything. So what do you think, as a male perspective, why that happens, especially in the millennial group, or actually in all groups, age groups?
I believe that most of the time, men are looking for excitement. They want somebody who they can go out with, have fun with, you know, just enjoy the company. And so sometimes women come off too strong to them, too mischievous, too unsettled, and so they want that domesticated woman that, you know, might want to just stay at home and, you know, watch a movie and, you know, just enjoy, you know, social things.
So you're saying that you think guys want the housewife?
I believe at times they want somebody surreal. They want somebody who is laid back, but in the same sense can be able to get out there and interact and, you know, be positive.
So okay, so I said
You're saying the best of both worlds.
Right.
Yeah.
You want the
That's
best of both.
that's
So-
what it is.
So it's
Yeah.
the argument of have your cake and eat it too.
Right.
Type of thing. Okay.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
most part.
Okay. So what do you ladies think? Well, either one can chime in on why do you think the hosts are kind of just chosen over the housewives? That's so weird to say.
I have to say probably immediate gratification.
Okay.
I think coming along with the stereotype of the housewife comes more responsibility, comes structure, whereas with the other it's casual, it's commitment. And I think even looking at our generation now, you're noticing people are taking longer and longer before they get married. I mean, it used to be people were married at 21. Now you're seeing people get married close to 25 and up. You know, it's just taking longer, and I think it comes back to guys, commitment and just wanting to have fun. And times are a little different, but I think one over the other is just life is a little different, and with the housewife comes more responsibility. And I don't think when guys choose one over the other, I think it's maturity on their part.
Okay, so you're saying that the housewife, more responsibilities, more mature, different type of lifestyle,
I
perhaps.
think you want a more mature relationship.
Okay.
You want a girl that you met at the club. She's in the I want to go keep going to the club. Versus, you know what I mean? Versus the housewife who's saying, what, I'm kind of done with that club scene and I want something serious and I want your time. And not that we can't have fun, but if I have you, we might not do it in the club.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand. All right.
Totally. I wonder if too, like the dynamics between men and women have just changed. I think before, a lot of men, like the roles have changed, seemingly. So it was before, like I'm supposed to be the breadwinner, I'll take you out, then we go out and do this thing. And now that's kind of shifting, and so I feel like the economic disparity has also played a role into how people are dating, and experiencing love on whatever level that may be. And it's like, yeah, maybe I would actually like a house, but that's not where I'm at economically right now. So instead, I'm gonna, with this girl, because I still want to go out and have a good time and live my life, but this is what's available to me right now, just because of how structurally things are. And until we can change that dynamic too, it's like, what are we gonna do?
You bring up a great point, because I think finance does play into this, because it's probably cheaper to hook up, to have a hit and run. Right?
Well, not just that, too, but women are more
have,
financially independent
right.
now, so it's like, I don't need all that. Like, I can just go hang out with you, too. I can probably think for myself or whatever. I just want to hold on. So it might be, too, the women just saying, this is what I want as well.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it can be on both sides. It doesn't matter. Like, that's just a term that throws out a style, right? So, but I do think you bring up an interesting point about money, because a lot of millennials right now are not rolling in dough. And maybe the idea of being in a serious relationship or a relationship with a lady that you would consider housewife material or wife material or whatever, yeah, there probably is going to be some financial cost to it. There's going to be a certain level of commitment to it, a certain level of responsibility there, and perhaps between finances and other things, some of the millennials or millennials in general may not have it quite yet, or they're not quite there. I don't think it's a catch-all excuse, but I do think that plays a role and a point, because sometimes it is cheaper just to go hang out with someone and not have that wholehearted commitment thing going on.
Yeah.
So I want to bring it back full circle. Did you have anything else you wanted to add about that now that you've heard these ladies' responses?
Wow. From the perspective of, men are strange beast because for the most part, we like good sex. We like low commitment. We like being able to run when we want to run, you know, because sometimes you feel entrapped. There's a lot of, I want to do this, I want to do that. The same thing that attracted you to the man is the same thing you want the man to forget. Like, let's for instance, like I'm a dancer, and one of the things that attracted by me, women love to dance with me. And so when I hook up with somebody, they either be tolerant of that fact or, you know, complications come in. And so why take away from me what I love to do if that's all that I'm doing? It's dancing, you know, and like I tell people a lot of times, I'm so good that I'll make you look good on the floor.
Okay, so that's a good point too. You know, if you find a guy and he's out there and having fun and going to the club stuff, doesn't necessarily, number one, it doesn't necessarily mean he's a hoe or she's a hoe, right? Like you can go to a club and not be a hoe. Let's just be real. You know, you can love dancing or love singing or whatever, like that's fine. But definitely if you meet someone and maybe they're living differently or they're more open or whatever, maybe you do need to consider that before you're asking that person to change for you. You know?
And it's a big step. You know, to ask somebody to change a complete lifestyle for something that at that point in their life they have no intention of doing.
So just to humor me, if you guys were to say in a nutshell, just in general, so say we're past, you know, all the other reasons why, and it's time just to make a decision. Why do you still think that sometimes the host chose over the housewife, even when people have arrived to that place of being ready for commitment?
I think at the end of the day, people just want pleasure, you know, and they want to get it quickly because we've already experiencing so much displeasure in our life. You know, you go to work, you go to school, you're hustling all day, like whatever your story is, like that's your experience for most of the day. But at some point, you need some relief from that. And I feel like that person just provides that. They're fun, they're ready to hang out, they're just going to do that, and then that's it. And there's no commitment, there's no too much you have to take on because you've already got so much on your plate. You know, it's like one less thing that you have to worry about. So I feel like that's why, you know, they kind of get chosen. You know, and they're always there, like in that respect. Like I can just call you and then not have to be any more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Convenience.
Yeah, fun with no strings attached.
You know, I think we live in an instant society. You know, and to be able to get that instant gratification and just you know, and for guys, you know, the emotional attachment is not always there. So to be able to say, okay, let me feel better and you know, let me go about my business. I think that's a lot of it why you would choose one or the other, because if you think that, you know, somebody who doesn't want any strings attached, okay, there versus somebody, the housewife, is like, okay, hey, I do want that, I want that. And so if the guy's not ready for that, ultimately, so I think he would choose one or the other. Because there are some guys out there who are like, you know what, I want the wife, I want the kids, but I think the revelation of the responsibility that bears and that carries, you know, mentally for guys, you know, they may have never been there before. So the weight of having to say, you know, like you said, gender roles being, oh, as a guy, I feel like I should take care of everything or I should do this. You know, if a guy's not ready for that, it's easy to say, I'm just gonna have fun versus, you know, hey.
Let's just call it what it is. It's a booty call. I mean, and basically, you know, sometimes when you go out, you're going out seeking that Miss Thing that's going to come home with you, hit it, and quit it.
I love that sound effect. Alright, so, but then also I think we would be remiss if we didn't say that the housewife can be just as fun as anybody, right? Like being a housewife or being a wife or being anything commitment does not automatically take away your sexiness, right? Or your wild side or your you know, your sexual expressive side. So I think that, oh, do you have something on that? Because I saw that your finger.
Well, you know, that it's been known that men want the wifey who also can be the freak when he need her to be the freak. But, you know, sometimes you got, you know, closet characters, alter egos. And wifey think that when she come in the home and she got the long dress on and rollers in the hair and all that other stuff, that's a sexy look, and You know, the freak, she comes in the house, she got the negligee on, or she throws it all off at the doorway, and you know, it's like a spontaneous arousal.
Take notes, ladies.
I agree with that. I think at the point that you get to the housewife, you make the decision to say, I do every day. Whether it is the curlers in the gown or not, because you've made the decision. If you're not ready to make that decision, then you can go do what you want to do, but you can't have both. You know, you can't.
I don't know.
I don't think you can have.
I'm
not saying you can't be a lady in the street, you know, in the bed. By all means, you can. But guess what? If I'm a freak one day, and guess what? We running around and we're living life tomorrow. You know, I might not be in that negligee you saw me last night. Give me 20 or 30 minutes. You might get there. Give me 20 or 30 minutes versus such and such who's already waiting on you.
Right.
But if we chose to already say, hey, this is us every day, that's one thing.
Right.
You know, but if you just want all the time, anytime, you know, get her off the corner. You know, but if you want the housewife, it might not be as instant, is all I'm saying.
Right.
Because
give her some grace.
You're living life.
Yeah, you are living life. Okay, well I think this is a pretty good discussion on the whole over the housewife. From what I gather, a housewife can have it all. The other person is instant gratification. And we've raised some interesting points. There's financial factors that may contribute to why guys choose certain women to spend their time with over other women. There's maturity factors, commitment factors, just a lot of things. So I think, you know, for millennials, you know, just be aware and be mindful. But you definitely, I think sometimes you can have your cake and eat it too if you're willing to work with that person you decided to spend time with. And it doesn't have to always just be instantaneous gratification with whomever is available. That's dangerous, number one. Number two, STDs are real. So let's just be real. That's real. And you know, and babies come from stuff like that too. So let's just be real. So I just want to thank you guys all for being on the panel. Great discussion. Thank you for holding it down. Right?
Manpower.
Manpower. You held it down well, Mr. Shannon. So thank you guys all. We will stream their business information, their names and email addresses on the end of this video. So if you guys want to contact anybody or go see the spa or hang out with sports psychology, and if you want to see some good strolling, stepping with Mr. Shannon. He's good at that stuff. So thank you all